And this is a class in aeronautics and astronautics, engineering Apollo class. So maybe a third of the people in the room are probably students in the class, and then we've got this much larger room because we have such a special guest today. Mike Collins, really somebody who needs no introduction. As you'll see, Mike is an informal guy and wants us to sort of be that way, insists that I call him Mike, which is hard to do, starting with General Collins.
Dave is introducing me, and he's the guy who wrote this book, Digital Apollo, where I did learn more about my flight than I knew before. Okay, this is a quiz. What year was Neil Armstrong born? What year was Buzz Aldrin born? What year was Mike Collins born? And I'll give you a hint. They're all the answers to all three are the same. And the answer was 1930. The point being, we just kind of stumbled in at the right time.
Students in the class, a number of them have prepared questions in advance.
Was there any part of your background which you felt helped you on the flight, whether it be like West Point or the test pilot school experience, or was it really just NASA training that made all the difference?
My uncle was the Army Chief of Staff at that time, and also I was interested, had been interested as a kid in airplanes, model airplanes flying. So I went in the Air Force. So step one is to go to West Point. Step two, go in the Air Force. Then I wanted to be a fighter pilot, not a big shaky pilot. I wanted to be a fighter pilot. So
I have the same idea, sir.
That's step number three. I got to do that. I lucked out and got to do that, which I enjoyed thoroughly. The question was, do you want to fly the same old airplanes over and over? Or you want to fly the new ones? Well, I'll go for the new ones, test pilot school. Lo and behold, the space program came along. And guess what? They were looking for test pilots.
Would you have signed up for the space program knowing that you were going to be in space for a year? Now when they're talking about training for Mars, who knows how long they'd be gone at a crack?
At the time I was working Apollo, the Vietnamese War was going on, and people with my background who were not astronauts, had not started working for Apollo, frequently found themselves gone for a year.
Some of the debate in a mission to Mars has to do with whether they'll stay for a long time or a short time. My question is, which do you think would be more worthwhile in terms of astronaut experience, in terms of economics, in terms of ethical questions like the one Joyce just raised? Which one do you think is more likely or preferable?
You're getting right to the fringes of what I know anything about, so I'll just speculate. As a former fighter pilot, I got my eye on the fuel gauge. And what I'm saying is, I go for minimum fuel expenditure. I got my eye on the fuel gauge, and what I'm saying is, I go for minimum fuel expenditure. If that's not too simplistic.
That makes sense. I get your point. Thanks.
If you could discuss briefly, how did it compare flying an airplane to flying a spacecraft?
If you're a good pilot flying a little airplane, you worry about the fuel going down. In space, you light the rocket motor. Once you get in orbit, it's free. You don't have to worry about miles per gallon or anything like that.
General Collins, I was wondering if you could give us your opinion on what the most important lesson from the Apollo and Gemini programs would be for modern space travel.
I'm not good on lessons learned. I mean, I can give you a lot of platitudes. Work hard. And we really did work hard. I mean, I tend to judge organizations by their parking lot. And when I was working for NASA, the parking lot was small, informal, and frequently there were cars there long after quitting and before coming. Probably the largest motivator was the competition with the Soviet Union.